it's good for us to reflect, because the sacrifice of Christ is bound up in our lives as well. As he is presented in the temple, we share in that through our own baptism as we become members of the chosen people, the family of God, through all the mystery that baptism is in our lives. As we celebrate the feast of the presentation of the Lord, we can reflect on this passage from the Gospel of Luke chapter 2, beginning with verse 22. That passage from Luke's Gospel has so many beautiful elements that remind us of the Hebrew, the Israelite culture and faith that, of course, Mary and Joseph and Jesus himself were steeped in. Some of the elements of that passage that are striking to me is bringing Christ to the temple. It mentions the sacrifice offering, in this case, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. The temple is a place of sacrifice, and we need to pay attention to the Lord being presented in the temple, the place of sacrifice. The temple is that unique place that calls to mind so many elements of Christ in his journey that ultimately culminates in his own sacrifice. That temple sacrifice that I've read about recently was a dramatic scene, a powerful work of the priest of Israel. And so the presentation of Christ as an infant is a foreshadowing of so much as he fulfills the prophecy that canticle of Simeon so beautifully exalts and proclaims. Now, Master, I can go in peace because the promise has been fulfilled. As Christ goes to his temple, it's a reminder to us of the significance of his sacrifice in our lives. And we celebrate that, of course, in the Eucharist. The presentation of the Lord, I'd have to say, I wouldn't typically make Eucharistic connections with the presentation and Christ in the Eucharist. But the more we delve into the mystery of who Christ is, we can see the Eucharistic overtones, the foreshadowings, the echoes, in a sense, of Eucharistic reality, even when he's presented in the temple as an infant.